Hi everyone, and welcome to the Marketplace and I for another instalment here. Today I want to talk to you about visual impairment in particular and introduce you to a wonderful charity who I had the privilege of working with throughout 2019 called MACS. That's M-A-C-S. MACS stands for, and please apologise or please forgive me for my bad pronunciation here, but it stands for microphthalmia, anophthalmia and columbloma, which is quite a rare and unknown visual impairment condition, but it affects a lot of people throughout the UK. Between 80 and 90 children are born each year with a MACS condition, which means that they're born with either no eye at all or with underdeveloped eyes, either in one or both of their eyes. So it's quite an unknown but quite a widespread condition, and MACS was set up in 1994 to help support those who are born with a MACS condition and also to support their families, to build trust, support and awareness around the condition. At the time of the project in 2019, MACS was celebrating its 25th anniversary, and they wanted to take part in this project and in this exhibition as a means of further raising awareness of MACS and just sharing their members' experiences and celebrating their members a little bit more fully. So we had quite a few submissions from MACS. One of them was Aurora's Castle, which was in the teaser video and which I will talk about a little bit more in depth in a video further along in the series. However, another was from Amy Sharpe. Amy's a young teenager who has a wonderful singing voice, but in order to safeguard her due to her young age, I won't be able to share with you her beautiful rendition of Ella Henderson's Giants. But I can share with you a beautiful photograph that she took, which is called 26 and Counting. So let's go around the corner and I'll introduce you to Amy's photography and her story, which I think is a really powerful and positive story. So let's go. Okay, so here we have 26 and Counting. And you might not be able to tell what this is from here, but as I go a bit closer in, you should be able to see that this is a circular pattern of eyes. And essentially what this represents is Amy's 26 eyes and counting. Amy was born with no left eye, and having no eye means that the bone growth around the socket will not develop because your eyeball stimulates bone growth, which is something I had never known before. So she's had to endure 8 operations to date, and she's had 26 eyes to date. So this shows 25 of those eyes, as she was obviously wearing her 26 at this point. Something interesting is her very, very first eye, which is here. That was actually blue because apparently all babies are born with blue eyes, and then they change colour as we get older. And now her eyes have become a beautiful hazily green colour. I think the actual colour palette is green, murky with a splash of brown. But what's wonderful about Amy is, despite all of this, she does not let it get her down in any ways. And if anything, she's become inspired by her experiences, as she would like to be an ocularist when she grows up and create acrylic eyes for others just like herself. So she really wants to give back in a lot of ways. As I say, this wasn't the main art piece that she submitted. Her main art piece was a beautiful rendition of Ella Henderson's Giants. However, due to her young age, I don't want to share that, just to make sure that we safeguard and protect Amy. The reason she chose Giants, however, is because she does have vision in her right eye, which is fantastic because she's hoping she'll be able to drive someday. But because she doesn't have vision and she doesn't have a left eye, she doesn't really have depth perception, so she doesn't see when something's coming towards her from her left side. And that can be incredibly frightening for her. And over the years, it's made her feel emotionally quite scared and anxious. She cannot relax because she doesn't know what's going to come from her left side. This has led to her avoiding a lot of commercial spaces, especially if there is lots of crowds, like in concerts, etc. She has said that as she gets older and with time and practice, that she is getting better with this fear. She was really proud at the point of making her rendition of Giants that she had been able to walk herself back and forth to school without getting scared. But she explains that it takes a lot of practice and building up her confidence and also gaining a sense of familiarity. She chose Ella Henderson's Giants because the words really spoke to her about how she felt she was getting over her fear of public spaces and crowded spaces. And she felt that for her emotionally, she is a giant that will conquer anything that life throws at her. And I think I'll just read to you some of the words from Ella Henderson's Giants, and I think it just really gives a bit of a snapshot into the experiences of Amy and how she really is truly a giant herself. So the chorus of Giants says, "Don't let the fear keep you from climbing, and if you fall to the ground, just keep trying. Head up in the clouds, never looking down. Nothing's going to stop us this time round. We could be giants." I just think that's a really inspiring narrative from Amy about how she is overcoming her impairment and being able to engage more actively and confidently with marketplace settings as she gets older. It's really inspiring and hopeful, I think, for the future. So I hope that you have enjoyed this narrative of Amy's and her artwork of 26 and counting. And although we can't share it, her idea through her rendition of Giants, of how she herself is a giant. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next instalment of The Marketplace Now. Take care, everyone. Bye.